So with iOS 26, Apple is now opening up access to their on-device large language models using what they call foundational model framework. Although this specific feature is designed to be focused at developers, ultimately it's end users who will benefit. There are already apps like Kahoot and Alltrails which will use this on-device capability to help you in an offline, privacy-focused manner. For example, Alltrails can help you plan your trails or your hikes in a fully offline way without the data ever leaving the device. There's another really interesting feature which is called call screening. This feature has been around on Pixel devices on Android for a while, but with this feature, an AI, especially the on-device AI, which uses Apple Intelligence, can actually screen calls on your behalf. This happens completely natively on the device itself. An AI agent on the device using Apple Intelligence actually screens the call for you and then decides if the call should be handed over to you for processing. Sometimes you get a lot of spam calls or people who don't really need to call you. This AI agent will actually screen those calls and then decide whether it's worth taking your time or not. Another interesting feature is hold assist. Many a times you're calling different services and they put you on hold. So with this feature, whenever somebody puts you on hold on an IVR system, what happens is this hold assist agent takes over. Then you can leave your phone, go about your daily work, and then when the actual person on the other side comes back, you will be informed and then you can resume the call. On the image generation part, right, Apple already had a bunch of different AI Apple Intelligence features last year, but today they have added a bunch of different things like Genmoji combinations, right? So previously you could generate different images, but now you can combine those images, create a completely new combined image. Is it really helpful or practical in any way? Is it actually useful? I'm not really sure, but this is something that's available to you. Also, it's heartening to see some interesting things in watchOS which are related to AI. So we have this new feature called Workout Buddy, which behaves as a buddy for encouragements, accomplishments, and so on. So this Workout Buddy understands your workout patterns and then provides you encouragement in the form of a fitness trainer. Right? There's a generative voice which tells you what your achievements are like, what your milestones are like, and how you should kind of push yourself. Right? These are great accomplishments that it can kind of highlight and tell you what's going on. Right? This is again going to be available in English and only for certain workouts. Now, although this is interesting, I'd be a little skeptical to kind of comment on the efficacy until I've actually seen them, because in the real world, having gone to different workouts and gyms, it's difficult to find buddies or trainers that actually jive with you, right, and your style. So maybe it's not going to do a lot of things that a real trainer would do, but just like encourage you and tell you what's going on, right? So I think it's a good starting point. Really need to see how well it adapts to the iPhone platform and how it personalizes your information, kind of gives you the lowdown in a good way. So what are my thoughts overall on WWDC, right? So before coming to my thoughts, I would say that for most normal users, I think they'd be very happy with the kind of updates that have come out. But from an AI perspective, right, that's where I come in. I see a lot of investors, power users, AI enthusiasts. I think they're a little bit worried with Apple, right? So Apple had promised a bunch of updates to Siri, right, last year. We also were thinking that multiple other models apart from ChatGPT would get integrated somehow, and maybe Siri would get more intelligent and it would be able to analyze things on the screen, and none of that has happened, right? I was expecting Gemini or Anthropic integrations. That has also not happened. So not only did Apple not execute things that they had promised last year, and to be honest, they were already behind. I feel today they are more behind than ever, right? They're behind competition, even behind Windows, right? And that operating system, right? So is it worrying? Yes. But Apple is always good at these things, right? Last year they were releasing a bunch of Apple Intelligence things. Today they are able to integrate developer APIs into that. So they are given their market size and what they generally do, right? They are never first to the market. I think they are going to do just fine. It's about the next few months, right? They have about 6 or 7 months, in my opinion, to catch up and to bring some of these AI features to the fore and get the next version of Siri out. So with that, I wish there's more competition in this space, and that Apple really catches up and we see an amazing AI future for iOS, macOS, and iPadOS, right? So if you're interested in knowing what's the latest in AI, please again subscribe to the Outpost, and we'd love to hear from you, right? So like, subscribe, and let us know how you thought this was.